I feel that we have a beneficial amount of eating times,
Yes.
and I am quite fine with that actually, because it provides me with a beneficial amount of nutrients for the day.
All right, and you don't get hungry at some point in the day, and boy, I wish you had a time that you could eat.
Yes, I do.
You do. So you're at your school. You don't take the times for a lot
Well,
of this.
we eat at school one time at a day.
One time.
Yes, which is lunchtime. And if you come early in the morning, you can buy a snack and eat. And then after school, you munch on a biscuit and you drink a pack juice.
I understand you've all said yes, we have a balanced meal and so on. But when you go to spend your lunch money, do you think about, oh, this has protein, there's carbohydrates, I also need to get some iron and a little energy? Do you do that before you?
No, not really, because during the day I buy what I feel, because I don't really like all the things that are nutritious for you.
Yes.
For example, like the broccoli and the carrot, that's really turns me off. And I also know that the carrot is good for me because I am wearing glasses and it can help me with my eyesight.
Yes.
But I do not really buy things that have protein or do stuff.
Yes. Actually, when you go to the canteen to get your lunch, do you say, oh, please make sure I have some vegetables because you know that's good for me? Where are my vegetables?
Well, no, at our school, only the teachers get vegetables with their meal. But if you want vegetables with your meal, you have to ask for it.
Do you ask for it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Why don't you ask all the time?
Because sometimes they don't have any.
Sometimes they don't have any. But you think
But
it
the
is...
teachers go out before us.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I don't specially buy lunch at my school. I usually bring my own
You take
lunch.
your lunch to school, yes.
But what I have viewed is that my school usually sells, and most of the time sells, a balanced diet.
Right.
What they sell is...
And when you in your lunch kit, do you eat all the stuff your parents give you?
Yes.
All the time. Why?
Because what I get
Yes.
are
Like-
healthy foods.
yes.
I always take a fruit every day
Yes.
and a sandwich,
Yes.
and I eat that.
Right. Vendors. Vendors, they're tempting and sell nice things, don't it? And they're tempting. Yes, Ashley, why is it so tempting?
Well, we don't have vendors at ours. We don't
You
have
wish you
vendors.
had?
We had no vendors at our
Do you
school.
wish you had vendors?
It's
No.
a school law because if our principal catches us at the fence, we might get in trouble.
Okay. Do you agree with that?
Even if it's our parents, we can't talk to them through the fence.
Okay.
They have to come.
Tell me, Shantae, there are vendors at your school?
Yes.
They sell the things that you don't get in the canteen? And
Yes,
it's
they
tempting and you
do.
go sometimes?
No, not really, because I'm not allowed to go there. Come my mom says the things that they're selling is not really good and it's foolishness. But the reason why they're so tempting is because they buy the things that will attract the children
Yes.
into buying it.
Like
and
what?
in return,
Like what?
like sweets for a lot of money, and they're not really good for you, and like biscuits and toys.
Okay. Brittany, is it tempting to go and get
Yes.
food from the vendors?
Yes,
Do
it
you
is
go
very
sometimes?
tempting. Yes.
Yes.
Even though they're not good,
Oh, we shouldn't say you go sometimes. You know, your mommy won't want to hear that, right? Yes.
even though they're not good, and I know I'm not supposed to go, but it's really tempting, and they always buy goodies that are very attractive and tempting to children, and it just makes me hyperactive sometimes.
Okay. Yes, Trista.
The vendors, they usually sell junk foods, which tend to attract the children to them, because children love most children love these types of junk foods. They should eat them in moderation
Yes,
if they want a
yes,
little
yes.
sweet sometimes,
Yes.
instead of eating them a lot.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
in
Yes.
moderation.
How important now is it for us to have a hot meal, for you to have a hot meal? Yes.
Well, a hot meal sets us off on a good start for school because when you eat hot meals, you feel relaxed and you're ready to learn more.
Yes, yes, good. You agree with that?
Yeah.
You agree with that, yes? And
Yes, I agree, because when you get the hot meal for your breakfast in the morning, it helps to feed your brain
Yes.
and gets ready
Yes.
to learn when you
Yes,
go to
yes.
school.
So the hot meal should be in the morning?
Not
Not
necessarily.
necessarily, okay. Shantae, what's the difference if I have a hot meal and you don't? What kind of impact would it have on us?
Well, if I have a hot meal in the morning, well, it will keep me strong throughout the day at school and let me learn more properly. And like now, if you never had a hot meal, like you'd be tired, your brain won't be functioning properly, and you'd be like so hungry.
Yes, that's just done.
Many people prefer their food hot and a hot nutritious meal than cold, and I consider a hot nutritious meal brain food because it gets you going for a day and it keeps you strong and it's what provides you with the sufficient energy that you're not lacking of.
So you think someone who has not had a hot meal might be sleeping in class? Yes? Yes.
Well, my friend, she didn't have a hot meal and she dozes off in class. She feels weak. She barely gets to work and she has a very bad day through.
So we should endeavor to get a hot meal, right? Let's talk a little bit about some of the products that the government has placed in schools for children. Do you know of them? Yes?
The government usually places bun and milk and bun, and I feel this is a good thing to do because it provides you with a very good amount of energy for the day. It's a balanced diet because milk is a liquid, is a beverage that contains many of the different food nutrients such as calcium, and it contains vitamins and minerals and proteins and fats and oils. And bun contains carbohydrates and also sugars, but if you eat the bun in moderation, because the bun contains sugars.
So your school has these items?
We don't usually sell milk at our school, but we do have bun.
We have the bun.
Presently, no, we don't have it in our school, but from what I have heard, it is a good meal. Like what he said, it's a good meal that helps you with all the food groups, some of the food groups, and it helps in a balanced diet.
Shante, how am I practicing?
Yes, sir.
Do you have it in your school?
Yes, they do. Yes, they sell it at our school.
Tell me about the taste.
The taste is soft, it's sweet, and it's delicious, and it really tastes good because it is nutritious, and if you eat it, you won't really know that it's nutritious because of its taste.
How often do you have this every day?
No, I don't.
So you wish for them to carry this more days. How many days?
Well, I haven't really bought it in a long while because now I'm in grade 6. I really stay inside the class or do my work because I know that I'm in grade 6 and I really want to pass for a good school.
Okay. So Ashley and Tristan and Brittany, you hear it, that the Nutri-Bun and the milk is just very tasty. You have to try to get it in your schools. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much for coming to talk to us about nutrition and how important it is to stave off some kind of diseases. We've learned a lot from you today about what to eat and what not to eat, and I hope the kids out there are listening to you and that they will take a word from the wise. And thank you so very much for sharing with us on this program. We've been talking about childhood diseases related to nutrition. Thank you so very much.
That's a wrap for today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. As usual, you can send your feedback to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. You can also view this and other programs at www.jis.gov.jm. I'm Andrew Chisholm. Have a wonderful weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.